But starting right now, I'm going to start recording all of these classes and then posting them to YouTube so that it'll be hopefully a much higher quality. So immediately after class is over, I will just make it a ritual to begin uploading as fast as I can the class to YouTube. So I hope that that will help with quality, like when you're rewatching it. I am super stoked about tonight. I don't really have really a whole lot to set it up except to talk a little bit about Piace. And Piace, finding peace is, it is true, I didn't mislead you. But we're also trying to find something called Piace. And in a way, Piace is kind of a mechanism for peace. And what I mean by that is that Piace, if you look up in my little title there, you see this 2 asterisks in front of each of the A's. Those are symbolic of 2 rhythms, right? 2 rhythms that are combining to create one word, or essentially like one idea, right? And so it's like I would be an asterisk, and then my father would be an asterisk, and our relationship is our Piace. And so our relationship has changed over the years, so our Piace has changed. And then sometimes it's been my rhythm that probably created a lot of, or, started a, pushed away or started a change, or his rhythm or my rhythm. And so it's like the 2 rhythms are always working together, or working in relation to each other, sometimes not so much together. But when they are in together, then we pretty much associate that with being in flow. And so like in hooping, Piace, or in HoopPath, Piace means that like you're feeling it. Like you feel like the hoops rhythm and your rhythm are one idea, or one thing. And it's a beautiful feeling to be in. And it sounds magical, but it's not necessarily magical. I mean, what you feel in it can feel magical, but you can actually do things to sort of get there. And one of the things you can do is to keep going. Like even if you think of yourself as a trickster and you just bounce from trick to trick to trick, to keep going, to stay in this Piace, this balance with your hoop, whatever you're doing it, for a while. And that sustaining that can really take you, like deep conversations, it can really take you to a further, like richer experience. Meanwhile, your body is learning, whatever you're doing with the hoop, your body is learning it kind of in a peaceful, confident, comfortable brain, and so it's in that space of confidence, so it's willing to like take in like the small revelations and the big revelations, and it's just, right? And so tonight's class would be for someone like Sheila, who's hooping now like 4 or 5 hours a week, to have a moment where you're not really working on anything except feeling your rhythm and the hoop's rhythm. Now, if you're new to hooping, sometimes a Piace class you can feel a little lost. So I'm going to be cueing or calling or whatever you want to call it to you to help get you in the flow. The music tonight is kind of a mix. It's not too upbeat. I've been feeling kind of chill the last 3 Mondays, but it's upbeat enough, and we're just going to roll with it. So anyway, if you're here, chime in. I love it when you say hi. It also helps me know that, I'm live and all of that sort of thing. And we're going to get going. All right. As usual, the music is down there at the bottom. It says Brimstone right now. That's not what you're about to hear, but that's where the music is if you want to find it. And then I'll make this playlist public as soon as class is over. One more little addition that I've added that you probably have noticed is that there is a microphone meter now. And that microphone meter really is just a visual cue from me to, hey there, Magique. It's just that they're there so that I know that my mic is actually coming through to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump in and see if I can find what my Dan referred to as the first Piace, which is, mind and body. A connection, a feeling of embodiment. Little kids don't really understand embodiment because they're always embodied. But as we get older, we can appreciate the phrase and the idea behind it. It makes sense, but we forget that sometimes embodiment just means being in your body. To move. Audible breath in. Breath in. Piace in many ways is flow. It's 1, 2, or an infinite number of rhythms all moving together. Aware of each other, responding to each other. Audible breath in. Space in front of you is day. When you reach out into day, you make yourself tall, you make yourself long. Behind you is night, and the awareness that there is night will make your hands curious to visit that place. The greatest asset we have is imagination, and we can use our imagination to help us warm up the body, to help us open up, to help us feel that first Piace. I can imagine that my hands are birds and that they're flying out in front of me, or I can imagine that I have metal poles coming out from my arms. The only thing I can't do is imagine I'm a robot, because that's cheesy. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Okay. I like that song a lot. That one was good. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to move into the Piace class, and it's going to be a little bit tricky, so I'm going to be leading with you, and you can... Hey, Heather from Australia. I'm glad you can hear me loud and clear. I hope it looks all right. If not, I'm still going to keep trying, guys. You know me. But I am going to be putting these recordings up. Okay, so we'll move into our first... Oh, you know what? I think it's into our first Piace exercise, and here's how it works. I have to not really tell you how to move. You're just supposed to move as much as you can. But I'm going to try to share enough with you that you won't feel completely lost either. If the music needs to be louder... Okay, sweet, Stuart. Okay. So let's say I'm a new hooper, and I'll try not to talk too much to mess up everybody else's flow, but let's say I'm a new hooper and I don't know how to move. You know what I mean? Like I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. And so what you can do is just start one rhythm, and in our HoopPath, that rhythm that we call is sway, and I just sway back and forth from one side to the other. And then maybe I bring another hand on the hoop, and I'm holding both if I want to, and I just keep that sway. And then I begin to move a little bit as Sheila's moving now, or she's just starting to add a little shoulder, or dip some shoulders, lower some shoulders. I really like strings. Not always in electronic, but I like them, and I'm hearing those strings right now. In a Piace class and a Piace exercise, I'm trying to find one rhythm, at least one in the beginning, that I can dance with. Flow state has now been determined to be scientifically true. What we spinners have known forever is finally acknowledged. Piace is a vehicle that takes you to the flow state. Perhaps not every time, but if you give it a shot, you'll be surprised. You can up the odds by doing certain things that the flow mind likes. One of those is adrenaline. One of those is exertion. One of those is movement. And so as I'm moving in this Piace song, what I'm doing with the hoop doesn't matter for the feeling that I'm trying to get right now. You can literally jump from one sound that you're hearing to another sound. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Rhythms can be irregular. As you move, try to let rhythm move you. You're a windsock, you're a scarf, strong breeze. Whatever image gets you there. Okay, so we're gonna, Okay, so there's a couple things you can do if you want. You can tell me like how it's going. You can tell me if there's a technique that you really like to a song, if there's some like thing that you did. There are several ways to enjoy, say Piace exercises, and I'll show you one, and then I want you to hoop any way you want to on any song. For the rest of the time, I'm not really going to be instructing during the song, so you can really feel the beat. But like, if I start with something simple, nice, artful spin. I'm sorry it's been stressful for you. Mine, yeah. So if I start with kind of a simple concept for a Piace exercise, sometimes it can be really fun. Like if I'm just going to start like the concept, and I don't know, I've heard this song, so I've already picked my concept for it. But for me, I like the concept of the hoop just hanging tonight. I just want to feel that, I just like it hanging. I'm liking spinning, right? And then I can just do whatever I like to do. Sweet. Neck stalls. Meanwhile, I'll be trying to move with the beat that's happening. So we're going to try this for a couple of minutes and see what you think. Remember, every song's supposed to be different to help you work on the skill of finding it. Yes, I can. Turn up the music for sure. If that goes too far, let me know. I'm not really going to be talking over the music, so it's okay if I'm a little drowned out. Again, any technique that you like to do. Sheila's doing a great job when the music slows down, she slows down. Taking this class with you. So the techniques that I'm showing are really something you could try, but it's more important that you pick what you like. You could even turn off the TV. Just listen. Okay, hope that was joyous for you. All right. Again, you don't have to take any of these tips, but I'm trying to offer them to beginners because sometimes it's actually hard to find your flow in the beginning. But sometimes what you can do is give yourself a focus for the next song that I play, Piace. And you can pick a horrible focus. Sweet. Yeah, it's a good one for blindfolding, but I can pick any kind of focus that I want and then hope to put that into the Piace for the next song. So for me, what I want to do, no matter what plays, I'm telling myself that I want to do two-tree movement, which means I want to do movement that really emphasizes and it makes clear that I am moving two sides of my body, one tree here and one tree here, okay? So we'll play. Now I cheated and I know what's coming, so I know I can do two tree to this, but this is what it'll look like. Hopefully, let me know if the music is now loud enough and if everything is sounding good for you. If you're new, this is a Piace class. That means that I'm not really telling you how to move. I'm pretty much allowing you to do whatever you want to. Now, as I said, I was doing 2 trees, so what I'm imagining right now, since the speed is so slow, that I might work on taking moon steps or super slow balances. That's 2 tree. That means one leg is doing something different. One side of the body is doing something different. This beat is so slow that I might try to see if I can move even more with it until it starts to kick, if it does. The goal tonight is the connection. So if I was so limited in my hoop skills so far, I could still have a Piace class by just holding the hoop. Thank you, Carla. Is a feeling. It's a participation between you and something, and the deeper you're into the Piace, the less you kind of think about it. And that's good 99% of the time. Good. Again. Right? I'm still here. The second Piace is your rhythm with the hoops. The first is your rhythm with you. The second is your rhythm with the hoops. And it's a skill that leads us to a state. Not always. The flow state's a fun one to be in because that's where confidence lives. It's a great place to be if you struggle with superstition or suspicion. And by superstition, I mean that you're jinxed. Okay. Well, all right. I guess you kind of know what's playing next. All right. So I'll get right back to that. But one of the things is that, you know, if you always know what's coming, if it's super guessable, then sometimes you're not. You know, like it's sort of if you've ever dated someone and you thought things were great, and at some point it had sort of veered off, you can work on that skill of staying with that other bird you're flying with by listening to stuff that's kind of crazy and trying to stay with the beat with it. So that's what we're going to do now. Again, any technique you want to do, and in each song I'll probably be talking less and less. Oh, Nice, Sharon. Sharon on Facebook said that her hands they enjoyed moving. Her birds enjoy flying. That's awesome. So good for the body, for the dance. Sweet, Amanda, you did make it. Sweet. I'm glad you're here. All right, Amanda, we're working out. We're moving any way we want to any beat that we want to, or to anything we want to do. But we're trying to stay with the beat and be in piace with us, our hoop. And the third piace is the song. First piace, second piace, third piace. We're not worried about what the hoop is doing tonight. We're not worried about getting better. We're worried about listening to the beat, letting go, kind of dissolving into wherever the beat is taking us. Something you come in and out of. The idea with piace classes is that you could be doing your worst hooping ever. Doesn't matter. You want to open the green light everything. Open up everything. And I'm telling you, when I have done this locally, when I've done this on the road, I am amazed at how beautiful the hooping looks. Sometimes complexity can become complication in your movement flow, and it's better sometimes to slow it down a little bit, or not slow it down maybe, but simplify it. Okay, all right. Keep me posted on the quality of things, if the music needs to be even louder, if my mic needs to be less, anything I can do. It's really easy these days to change all that. Of course, there's a little bit of a delay, but I get it eventually. So, all right, so as the class goes on, I usually offer less and less input to this, but I did want to bring up one more. Maybe I'll insert in a couple more, but one more point that you can make. Let's say, I want to do a very simple drill Yeah, I miss Tiana's videos too. Oh my God. Yeah, I miss Tiana. She was such a beautiful mover in person. I featured her in some of the playlists anyway. But I want to show you what a drill is, just in case some of you might not know. Now, I doubt not very many people don't like doing this drill, but when I'm holding the hoop out here and I'm switching hands, okay, what I'm doing is called a samurai hop, because the hoop is hopping, right? It's going airborne for a second. I mean, you could call it a throw or whatever, but it's essentially a hop, okay? So this would constitute a drill, right? And then once, the music comes on, and what I'm setting up here is that sometimes when you cannot find the song, you just can't connect to it, it's a good time to drill. And that's, and you feel like you have this luxury of time, right, to just do anything you want to. So let's say that I was going to start with this drill, which is just, hopping the hoop. Well, as the song picked up, I may hop to the other side of the hoop. I may switch hands. I may hop back to the other side. I may practice just, hopping to the low point, again and again, or hopping to the, playing with the height of these hops. Okay, so a drill can really be anything, and then of course it's hooping, so you don't have to stick to just one thing. So I'm not suggesting that you drill for this, but I wanted just to insert that so that you understand that. Oh, we lost Sheila Cam. There we go. Okay. Again, any way you want. You could go into core hooping from here. To me, this is kind of a core song. So maybe I drill waist hooping. Or maybe I don't drill at all and I just listen to the beat and trash the playing. My only focus is on listening. I've got nothing better to do right now. Big breath in. See if you can tune your breath to your movement in some way. Keep it simple. Audible breath in. Following the beat is the most important for us right now. We're flying with that bird. And this skill will help us. It'll be the connective tissue between all the other tricks and moves that we do. Piace is that tissue. Flow is that. Keep in mind, very simple, and trying to follow the beat a little bit as best I can anyway with my hands. And just keep it simple. I've had an emotional week with all this news. It feels good to just keep it simple and feel rhythm. You love the samurai hops. Nice, Carla. Sweet. Carla YouTube says she likes the hops. Okay, so we're going to just move now. I think you've been primed, and you can kind of move as you want. I say some inspiring things, but hopefully you'll just be inspired on your own to move as you want. As always, it is great to have you guys here. Thank you. For me, this is a foot stomping song. I'm feeling stepping with it. And I know that the more I feel, the less I have to think. In hoop dance, anyway. If you do enjoy the hops, you're hopping from one side to the other. This is a fold hop where I tilt the hoop here. Sorry, I keep looking at the wrong camera here, guys. Sorry about that. It's a fold hop. Okay. This would be if I wanted to do kind of switchbacks with folding. Sorry. Well, not switchback, sorry. These are fold hops. Trying the hops, the more legs and feet and everything that you use, the better. It doesn't mean you need to move them like crazy, but the more you are aware of them, the better. When I'm doing these little hops here, I'm not thinking about my legs, but I'm sitting into my legs. I'm feeling a piace. They are And then of course I wasn't really planning to teach folding, but you can also keep the hoop gripped and fold these places. And you can add that to the hop. But find the beat with it. This is a good exercise to learn with the beat, actually. I feel like you're more likely to catch it when you're in beat. Nice. So yeah, this playlist will be on SoundCloud if you're digging it. These kind of classes are meant to sort of be funky and kind of move us all over around. And if you're just joining, this might be a little bit of a weird class to hop in on for your first time, but I hope you're digging it. I hope you're digging it. All right, so we're going to move on. This next song is probably like the most upbeat, and then we'll start to come down again. Again, the difference between this and a free hoop, if you want to participate in this, is that you're trying, and I'll keep cueing you, to be with the beat of something. Something. To think about a beat outside of your own. That's what creates a piace, right? Okay. So here we go. Everything's on the table. You can core hoop, you can toss the hoop, you could fold, you could do jawbreakers, you could do escalators. Everything is on the table. You're just trying to keep the beat in mind. The beat just got fast, and if I want to try to stay with it, I've got to find something fast to do. If I want to stay with it. For me, this is like hooping music. This could be good shoulder hooping music as well. There's a technique that you've been trying to learn, angle hooping, where you need a little bit more gas. These upbeat songs can help get you there, to keep you motivated so you get through all that flight time. Rhythm, 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 rhythm. Good. Good. Every second of you doing this is equal to every other second that you'll do and that you've done. So however it feels sometimes may not be quite as significant as how long the impact of it will last. If I'm in a jam and I don't like a song, I almost always leg hoop. You can't really get too much flight time when it comes to leg hooping. And it's good to have some energy behind it if you're trying to learn it. That song was a little loud. Sorry about that, guys. One of my favorite techniques to work on is if I'm doing leg hooping or doing some other thing, I'm not a boxer or a fighter, but to move my hands rhythmically out in front of me. hopefully by now your heart rate is up. You got a good sweat going on. Breakthrough. Sweet. Carla had a breakthrough. That's awesome. Okay, so we're just going to keep moving along. We've got 2 more songs as part of this exercise that you can more or less, sort of like consider this a free hoop from here. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that you realize that moving your hands, the more you move it, the harder it is. But once incorporated, once you feel that piace between moving your hands and moving your core hooping will take off. Take off. This is a good song for me to practice that technique that I was talking about. I'm just going to try to hit beats with my hands. No one's watching, I don't care. And I know I'm not going to hit every beat because I've only heard this song maybe 2 or 3 times. In fact, usually piace is almost better when you haven't heard it. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I hope you feel I don't take you for granted. I am super stoked to have this little community of you guys. To see your name show up every week feels great. Thank you. I could give myself a restriction right now on top of moving my hands, of lifting my foot up, and then going and trying to find the beats. The goal stays the same, but I can add a little restriction to it. Sweet, magic, I don't know. I don't want to, it's nice that you're here. It's always nice when people stop in. Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. Thank you. Oh, sweet. Sweet, Majik. Well, you probably love it. I'll be putting this playlist, making it public. I'll try to link to it in the comments of this video right before we go off air. Oh, thanks everybody. If you want to stick around, we're going to do a closing Shavasana after, like a closing cool down after this track if you want to stick around for it. Opening. All right, so here we go. And I'm not going to be laying, I'm not going to be laying down so that I can talk a little bit, but we're going to go. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. I want you to imagine that right now you are on top of the surface, floating on top of water gently, without any effort. And now I want you to imagine that you can comfortably exist and breathe underwater, and that you're going to slowly make your way through all of the layers of currents, deep down until you hit the ocean floor. Every breath helping you lower. Cool. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a great night.